Hey, pre-notification gang. I did like Futurama. I have not watched the newest episode. I didn't know it came out. I know there's a new season coming, but I didn't know the new season started. There's the Resubzilla and the Prime Twisted. And the Resub Astro in June. And the Resub Fobsy. And Brunk. Are we gonna boogie down? We might get a little crazy with it. We'll see. There's 5 gift subs Connor and the resub Lamisa. And the resub Beta. Yeah, I've been watching Tears of the Kingdom speedruns. There's a tier 1 Squashy and the Prime Liminator and the resub David and the tier 1 Drifter. No. The tier 1 Dilf and the resub Toaster and CF Gaming and Matt. And the resub Jam. Haven't seen the new episode yet for Futurama. I didn't know it came out today. I'll watch it tonight then. The Jedi Survivor speedruns have been getting kind of nutty. Oh, I haven't checked in on the latest ones. It was already down to like 40 minutes last I checked. Looks like it's now down to 27, and this is the former record. What's the current world record? Let's see. Why is the speedrun.com site not working? Okay, there we go. There's a resub Red Rocket, Moosey, BK, Divot, and Strawberry. This says former world record, but on speedrun.com, it's still the current world record. But yeah, the route's cool. After level 1. Level 1's kind of lame. Here's your wolf pack. Okay, it seems level 1's a little different now. This is interesting. What is happening? What the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna have to learn this route. This looks great. This looks great. Does that even save time? Thanks to resub Smack, Purge, and Moon. What else have they changed about level 1 here? I have not watched the Adam Eve special. I've seen clips from it though, and it looks really, really good. Thanks, Resub Chrono.
We gotta get to that yacht. That was a close one, buddy. It's not your fault. Catch up with the yacht.
And the resub Ross. Yeah, I might play the new Five Nights at Freddy's DLC. We'll see. Okay. Yep, I've got to learn this. This looks really good. Last I checked, level 1 was still kind of lame. It was just kind of normal. But they have really innovated. Exit Prime. Base, and the resub Cole, Commander, Sadistic, Frog, and Maku. It seems like super RNG. I doubt it. It looks like something you can absolutely influence. How's he doing so much damage? This is new game, it's not even new game plus. How is he fucking chunking? Or am I just remembering how hard you hit? Thanks to resub Solid and Monster. Yep, they've got all kinds of clips now. Really interesting big skips. I'm in. Okay. This is full of great glitches. What's the Five Nights at Freddy's DLC about? I don't know. I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Maybe Roxy doing some nefarious shit. I have no clue. Thanks to the resub Travelus and Kaz. And they give sub Quinn in tier 1. Fox and the resub I. Wait, what? What was this? Game just freezes and he clips through? Okay. Is there a tutorial on speedrun.com? Let me see. Congress is voting on Thursday to pass a bill that would just censor the entire internet. The Kids Online Safety Act, or KOSA, allows the government to sue any website that shows any controversial content to minors. Right for misuse, websites will have to censor all their content to everyone. That's the first I've heard of that, but this would be very far from the first time they've tried it, and they always play that angle of it's protecting kids, which is why we must censor every website ever. So that way no one has freedom to post anything and they can control the flow of all information under it. What is it? KOSA? Wow, there's like no articles about it. Is it not as serious as you're making it out to be? Oh no, here. The Electronic Frontier Foundation is talking about it. Congress has resurrected the Kids Online Safety Act, a bill that would increase surveillance and restrict access to information in the name of protecting children online. KOSA was introduced in 2022, but failed to gain traction. It will put the tools of censorship in the hands of the state attorney general and would greatly endanger the rights and safety of young people online. Is it just young people online, or is it the entire online space? I imagine it'd be everything, right? It'll affect adults too. Will likely face hurdles accessing legal content online as a result of the bill. The bill holds platforms liable if their designs and services do not prevent and mitigate a list of societal ills: anxiety, depression, eating disorders, substance use disorders, physical violence, online bullying, harassment, sexual exploitation, abuse, suicide behaviors. Additionally, platforms will be responsible for patterns of use that indicate and encourage addiction-like behaviors. Deciding what designs or services lead to these problems would primarily be left up to the Federal Trade Commission and 50 individual state attorney generals to decide. Ultimately, this puts platforms that serve young people in an impossible situation. Without clear guidance regarding what sort of designs or content might lead to these harms, they would likely censor any discussions that can make them liable. To be clear, though, the bill's language is about designs and services. The designs of a platform are not causing eating disorders. As a result, COSA would make platforms liable for the content they show minors, full stop. It would be based on vague requirements that any attorney general could more or less make up, which has always been the core problem. You have no way of preventing a child from accessing any content on the internet. Thus, everything will have minors watching it or accessing the platform. There's a Tier 1 Yoda, Tier 1 Quinn, and the Prime Brian. And there is some Miraculous, Seized, Sweat, Soggy, You, Sports, and Dreamer. Yeah, this is why parents need to monitor their kids' internet use. No, this is just the government once again trying to take away some freedoms here. It's all about surveillance, and this is a very easy thing to capitalize off the fear of. This is something I just mentioned. Twitter, for example. So many kids are on Twitter. Porn is readily available on Twitter on the surface level without any kind of like gate to prevent kids from accessing it, this and that. So the government plays into that, like under no circumstances should anything be allowed to slip through the cracks that minors might, X, yeah, whatever. Under no circumstances should any of this be accessible to minors. Thus, we are cracking down on every platform ever that allows people to upload what they want, because they might upload something that a kid could see and it's not good for them, such as like addictive content like they mention up here. But it's really just about surveillance. That's what it's always been about. It's not like they actually care. It's all just about surveillance. They tried it with COPPA. They tried it with what was the one right after that? There was COPPA. Was it POPA? Might have been POPA. I can't remember. But this is like the 5th or 6th time in the last couple of years. These are resub Geo and Waffles. SOPA, that's what it was. SOPA. It was two different ones. SOPA and PIPA, right? The other one was PIPA. No. No. That. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, it was. SOPA and PIPA. Yeah. They do this all the time. I don't know if this one's in a more dangerous position where it might actually pass or not, though. No way it passes. Hopefully not. I said this a few years ago, and I'll say it again. I think it literally is just a matter of time before one of these slips through the cracks. They're not idiots. They know that the internet has a very short attention span, and it's only getting shorter thanks to things like TikTok and shit rotting the minds and poisoning the attention span of humans. So you can only stay outraged about something for so long before you stop caring. So they keep shoving these bills through the pipeline, hoping that maybe it's about time fatigue set in and people aren't going to care. And it looks like they're right, because this is the only article I've seen on it. And it's from the EFF, which the whole purpose of this org is for things like this. But I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I didn't hear about it until one guy in chat brought it up. It doesn't help that mainstream media doesn't cover it much. Yeah, because these kind of things don't get clicks. They won't cover things like this. People just roll their eyes and just say, again, it's not going to pass. Why should I care? And then it'll pass and they'll be like, how did this happen? Why? What went wrong? I'll look more into this because this literally just seems like the exact same shit from the past of SOPA and all that. Just dangerous government surveillance taking away more freedoms. Here's the prime. Keegan, Happy, and the resub Arku, Beef, and Tier 1 Joseph. Couldn't you just get a VPN? What? No, this would be a platform thing. This is the first time reading about it, so I could be wrong, but if it's anything like the other ones, holding the platform liable, which it does say it will do, means that the platform itself is going to have to change its rules. For example, Twitter, oh my god, the platform formerly known as Twitter, I'm never calling it X, actually fuck that, I'm just never calling it X, that's way too shameful to even say out loud. Twitter, for example, would have to change everything to not allow you to upload like your own content. It'd have to be vetted, because they could be held liable if you upload something that showcases online bullying or violence or substance abuse or anything like that. It'd be too risky, so they'd probably have to crack down on that and you wouldn't be able to upload what you want, just taking away freedoms. There's the resub Versosa and Nate and the Bits Wizard, Arrow, and Swavey. Oh, yeah, I still have it up, Wizard. I didn't watch it today yet. I'll watch it later, though. But it's not something I'm watching on stream. There's the resub Seabaz. I don't see a whole lot of YouTube shorts, but I'll take your word for it, Swavey. Headed to the dark web with this one. I am hopeful it won't pass. And if it does pass, I'm hopeful that there's some kind of wiggle room where the platforms won't need to crack down on freedom of speech. I guess we'll see. I'm just hoping it won't pass. Just like the other 50 tries. But eventually I do feel like one of these is going to make it through. You see about Brawny? I did see that earlier. And like clockwork, I've seen everyone going, it's the jab! The jab got him. The lines between like parody and reality are getting real blurry. It's like people think that heart problems just started existing after COVID. But yeah, it seems like Brawny's doing better now, which is good. And I'll go ahead and say, oh my god, I actually don't think he's vaccinated. If I remember correctly, LeBron James even said he doesn't like the vaccine, so I don't think Brawny's even vaccinated, so he doesn't work well for this case. But even if he was, I would still say I don't think it has anything to do with that, because apparently everyone forgets that myocarditis is also caused by any viral infection. Cold, flu, any of that has an effect on your heart. And it always has, which is why in the past, even before COVID vaccine, athletes did fucking plop over from cardiac issues. That is a actual side effect of viral infections themselves, not just the vaccine. But yeah, the vaccine does also have that side effect. That is true. But I would imagine that this is probably not related, and like I said, I don't think he's even vaxxed. Man did not even get the jab, I don't think, because LeBron James was pretty vocal about not supporting it. But But again, I'm not his dad. Maybe he did at some point. But yeah, it seems he's doing better now, which is good. LeBron did get vaxxed. Well, he had to, but didn't he make that statement about how he doesn't think it's necessary? Well, let me see. It's been a couple years now. Let's see. Maybe I'm confusing him with like Kyrie or someone. Yep. LeBron James says he got the COVID vaccine despite his skepticism. I felt like it was best suited for not only me but my family. You're right. So it seems like he reluctantly got it and his family as well. Once again, I don't think it's going to be related. COVID itself has a much higher instance of causing myocarditis than the vaccine, and any viral infection, cold, flu, and all that has the exact same potential heart effects. I would be shocked if it has anything to do with that, especially 2 years later, when most of those cases were within like the first 6 months, I think. Thanks, the recent Missouri and Stallion. It's totally fine to be skeptical. I don't care. You just hate to admit you're wrong. What do you mean? I just read what I literally just read and said I must have confused him for like Kyrie or someone else that was about it. But he did have skepticism, but then went through with it. What are you talking about? Yeah, I haven't seen the new Lamino yet. I'll watch it later. Thanks, the resub gauge. The documents are out there. About what? About the vaccine and Pfizer? Pfizer's a scummy ass company. You'll never hear me defend them. Why do people put like words in my mouth? Just because I don't think the vaccine is what caused this doesn't mean that all of a sudden I'm a Pfizer supporter. That company is run by some corrupt, evil people. But I don't think this is a vaccine related incident. Again, athletes for many, many years have had cardiac issues. It happens. Just because they're an athlete doesn't mean they're immune to any kind of cardiac issue. This isn't a new thing. Again, viral infections, even something as simple as the cold, has myocarditis as a possible side effect of it. And not to mention other athletes on like other kind of performance enhancing substances which also carry the same kind of heart risks. I don't think Bronny would be though, but I'm just saying in general this isn't a new thing. It's only so hot button because of the vaccine and how divisive that's all become. But yeah, you'll never hear me defend Pfizer on anything. Or Big Pharma in general. I just wish people would stop resorting to like actual tribalism and like spouting nonsense. It's super easy to find a lot of potential explanations for things instead of just blindly looking at a tweet and being like, that sounds kind of interesting and nefarious, I'll believe it. Thanks to the resub Ethan and Wildebeest in the bits girthy. Bronny literally has the genetics of one of the most physically, athletically gifted humans to ever lived. Hard to believe that he gets a heart attack at his age for no reason. LMAO. Who was that soccer player a couple months ago that had the exact same thing happen? An extremely gifted, super physically, like, actual specimen. His name was like, was it Clint something? I forgot his name. Dude's not even vaccinated, and he had the exact same thing happen. Erickson, yeah, Erickson. That, it just can happen. It literally can just happen. If he got the flu at some point, there is a chance that it caused some damage to his heart tissue. That actually happens, though. It does. Now, I think Erickson's like in his late 20s or something, so he's a little older than Bronny, but it just happens. You can't immediately tie it to the vaccination. Yes, that does have a side effect, like the vaccine does, but so do 1,000 other things as well. 100%. I just wish like it could be vaccine related. I don't know. I'm not the expert there. I wasn't in the operating room. I'm just saying, why are people blindly just making that assumption based on nothing? Literally based on nothing other than what you read on Twitter and what you want to believe. It's super, like, it's just super basic. I just wish people would, like, actually think for themselves instead of just follow a herd. We've devolved so much in that respect. Is the resub Heck Puminator in the Prime pin? You hear Justin Roiland getting replaced with a sound alike for Rick and Morty? Last I saw, they were bringing him back. Is that no longer the case? Oh. Easy resub Solo and Wisdom. I just hope this doesn't end his career. You talking about Bronny? No, I don't think it will. Something like this isn't a career-ending moment, I don't think, because it's a very serious thing, no doubt, but it's not something that's going to change his physical ability, I don't think. From what I read, he's doing, like, much better now. This is just one of those big scares. This isn't like Derrick Rose blowing up his knee or Lonzo Ball blowing up his whole fucking leg from those shitty shoes. Like, he will still have the exact same physical ability. This is way worse. What? No, I don't think it's way worse. This wasn't a full-blown heart attack. This wasn't like blocked blood vessels, right? I only read one article on it that said that it wasn't that. This is one of those cardiac moments where it is something you recover from without long-term effects. More susceptible now? Potentially, yeah. I guess. These are resub scribbles. Thanks the resub clever. The resub stinky. Yeah, super scary, but looking up for him now. Damar Hamlin's already back as well. Like, this is something you can recover from, assuming there's not some kind of underlying issue. So I'm optimistic that Bronny will make a full recovery and still be able to perform at the highest level. Thanks the resub Felipe. Thanks the resub Froggy. Oh yeah, I heard Jamie Foxx is doing better now. I haven't looked into that though. I still don't even know exactly what happened with all the Jamie Foxx stuff. Haven't heard of that movie, Swavey, but I do like bad horror movies. Yeah, we talked about the girl who faked her kidnapping yesterday. You gonna watch the highlights of the UFO hearing tomorrow? My dad's gonna keep me informed. He's glued to it now. He texted me about it earlier, so I'll have all the details. Things the resub corpse. Heart effects are just side effects, silly goose. Fucking listen to yourself. I don't know who you're replying to. I don't know why you're acting like that's so surprising. Drinking alcohol, one of the side effects is a fucking heart attack. A buddy of mine got a heart attack in college from drinking too much. Heart attacks, like cardiac issues, are a side effect to a lot of things. Nope, he was vaccinated. Yeah. Man got the prototype jab 9 years ago. Thanks to the resub. Emeritus. Markiplier stopped drinking because of that too? I didn't know that. Did he have like an issue with it or something? Thanks to resub Krampus. Chat's in an argumentative mood. Well, this is one of those like scary situations that everyone looks for an answer for. Which is totally normal. I just wish it would be more about like individual thought as opposed to groupthink. Thanks to the gift sub series question. Markiplier literally had a heart attack from drinking. Oh, Jesus. Holy shit. I had no idea. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Smelly. Have you seen the goofy drug-taking cello player? Rushed Eagleston. What? What are you talking about? What does that even mean? This? This is someone shredding on a cello. What does coke have to do with anything? Was he on coke? I don't know. He was just performing. He was just playing the cello. I don't know. I don't know if he was on coke. I don't have a toxicology report on him. Maybe. He was good at the cello though. He's a prime rocket in the resub machine. Some dumb fuck on Twitter had a viral tweet saying coke isn't a hard drug. I saw that. Twitter's had some bangers go viral recently on like brain rot. That one was pretty cool. I saw another one right before hopping on stream. It was it was a conspiracy about the government's 3D printing chicken because I can't cook it and make it taste well. That's the bare bones of it, but it's a lot deeper than that, clearly. What they did is they took a picture of their chicken they had just bought from the supermarket and they said, real chicken doesn't come with pre-assigned grill marks. And it was like a picture of them lifted up the chicken. There's like, what he says is grill marks there. And then people in the comments are like, yes, I've noticed this too. I was thinking that the government must have done something to our chicken. And then they're like, I've tried cooking it in every single way, but it just tastes so bad. So I stopped buying it. I'm not going to let the government fiddle with me like that. Gills, he said gills. Oh, was it gills? Oh, I read grill. Oh. Was it gill? I definitely thought I read grill. The tier 1 Osvaldo in the resub stock, TG in the prime Noah, and the bits remains in rust. You ever heard of Texas Lawhawk? And no, not yet remains. There's a video somewhere where someone is shredding chicken and having a meltdown because it's shredding. Why? Thanks for resub, Jace. No advice, just have fun with it. That's about all you can do. People say coke is bad because they're too scared to try it. No, cocaine is not good for you. You're not going to get that as a recommended health supplement. Yeah, that's not a conspiracy. Cocaine's just like not actually good for you. Sorry to tell you. Doctors 100 years ago. Oh, that's right. Medicinal cocaine was a thing for a little bit. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. These bits rust. The resub Ellie. And the resub Wraith. At one point, Sigmund Freud thought meth was the cure for depression. Didn't know that. That's kind of cool, if that's true. You see the Inside Edition video about the sharks consuming dumped cocaine in Florida? Oh, the coke sharks? Yeah.
If sharks aren't terrifying enough to some of you, there's a new threat in the waters off of Florida.
How about sharks hopped up on cocaine? Experts say
what a
sharks may be
disaster.
gobbling up bales of drugs, which have been dumped off the Florida coast by smugglers. Marine biologists went to study the phenomenon.
Does it have any effect on them?
And spotted a hammerhead shark swimming into dumped packages and biting into them. That gave them what the scientists call crazy brain. They behaved erratically.
Who named that? What scientist came up with that terminology? Are we sure it was a scientist and not a fourth grader? Crazy brain, huh? She hyped it up like it was going to be a real scientific term. The sharks bit into it, and scientists have claimed that it caused a phenomenon known as crazy brain.
Is featured in a new documentary for the Discovery Channel Shark Week, which starts Sunday.
That's cool. Awesome. Thanks, resub doormat. And the prime blade. I feel bad for the sharks. Yeah, now they're going to become addicted. The first one's always free, that's how they get you. Thanks to the bits food and Fox. You watch any Shark Week? I used to, like most people. I haven't watched it in shit, probably like 10 years now though. Thanks a bits, Tori. Good point, Tori. Texas Law Hawk would get them out of any coke possession charges. Jesus Christ, alright, I'll look up the Texas Law Hawk. Oh. I see. I thought this was like a local news thing. They're skits. That makes sense. You did just remind me of something that is real, though. Have you guys seen the hottest attorney? Fuck, what was his name? He runs an advertisement where he's like, Chuck Hamburger, attorney to fight for you, but I'm also extremely good looking, surrounded by extremely good looking people. You want to be represented by someone good looking? You come to me. Who was that? What was that guy's name? That one, it's not like that wasn't a meme or anything. It wasn't a skit. Like that's an actual local ad. Who was it? I can't remember it. It was only from like a week ago. Thanks for 10 gift subs, EJ, and the resub tech, and Orange. Is that who it was? I'll look him up. He had like a very generic attorney name, if I remember correctly. Okay, so clearly no one knows who it is. I'm gonna have to find it on Twitter now. Hold on. It's a really cool commercial. I want to show it. Wow, this was a stupid search for Twitter. What was I thinking with that one? Let me try something more specific. Wow, it's just all porn. All I typed in was lawyer commercial this time, and it's still just porn. How is that even possible? How can I find... No one knows who it is? Use Polybius. I'm never calling it X. Just give up on trying to convert me to that. I'm never calling it X. unless I'm going to get sued for calling it Twitter. Mike Ross. I don't think it was Mike Ross. I think you're just tossing out random names. This is going to make me so upset if I can't find it. I've seen a few people say Dana Hyde, but I feel like I'm falling for like a Ligma Balls situation here. No. I can describe the guy. Like, he's a pretty big guy. He's not in great shape. He's got, like, spiked up hair. He doesn't have a ton of hair. And then the commercial ends after he talks about how good looking he is, with him walking out of the office with, like, 8 women following behind him. John Penis. Okay. Thanks to Tier 1 Christ. Eventually, Russ Man, maybe. And thanks to the Bits Nerdy. This is going nowhere. I'm never gonna fucking find this. It's really upsetting. Oh well. Whatever. Thanks to the Bits Nerdy. I'll check one more name and then we're moving on from this. People are just throwing out random shit. No, it wasn't Brian Wilson. No, Brian Wilson is who we have up right now. God damn it. Son of a bitch. You need to check out the Five Nights at Freddy's DLC? Yeah, I might. Either use of vampire. OMG, Charlie's name is Brian White. My lawyer friends and I joked about this last week. I don't think it's Brian White. This is just another generic NPC name, not generic lawyer name. And somehow even just typing that in just brought up porn. How does that keep happening? Is this new? Since they've rebranded the X? Why is everything porn when I just look up names now? But no, I don't see any lawyer commercials for Brian White. It is, oops, it is him. Oh my god, where'd it go? It is him, his Instagram. What's his Instagram? Maybe I'll have a better chance finding it there than wading through porn on Twitter for it. Attorney Brian White. Okay, let me see. Give me 2 seconds. Get Brian. Oh my god. You were right. Where's the commercial, though? Holy shit. I'm sorry I doubted you.
TikTok. I agree. So I was thinking that since you're like 28-year-old.
I don't know where that was going. That was a casting couch thing there for a fucking attorney ad. Where's the I'm hot, so let me represent you? It'd only be like a week old. Damn, this guy's got some psychopath energy. What the fuck is that?
Where's Brian?
Where is it? You got it right, so you must know. Where is it? I wanna show it. It's cool. Thanks for your subs, Hanover. It's on his YouTube channel in the short section. Was it Attorney Brian White? Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah, here it is. Our office has more than talent. Wow. Wow, Brian. That's the personal in... Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Today's guest is Blake.
Calm down, Brian.
Brian White, the best looking personal injury law firm in Houston, Texas.
Amen, brother. Yeah. Look at that smile. That's a fucking man's attorney right there. I'll tell you what. Bro's cooking. Goddamn right he is. Man was born in a suit. Thanks the resub, Elliot. Wasted 15 minutes for that. Yep. New Assassin's Creed 6 gameplay dropped. Have you seen it? Nah, but I have actually no hype at all for it, but sure, I'll check it out real quick. What's it called? Because I did not find it with Assassin's Creed 6. Is it Mirage? I think it's Mirage, right? That's the one that's coming out kind of soon. Is it this? They meant Armored Core. Oh, that I did see. Thanks for resub, Skip. You hear about the Oppenheimer VFX credits? No. Was there controversy with it, Andrew? Armored Core looks way too easy compared to the others. Okay, is there something new then that I'm not seeing? Because we just watched the Armored Core 12 hours ago.
Hello, and thanks for checking out the video. With this footage, we'll introduce our new mech action game, Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon. We hope it gives you an idea of this title's mood and gameplay.
So my first complaint when I saw the gameplay from the last time is that there's like no enemies to fight. So hopefully this shows me a lot.
System on the fictional planet Rubicon 3. Our protagonist, an independent mercenary, is smuggled into Rubicon in search of a mysterious new substance known as coral.
Known as what?
Your position
Cora?
is grid 135. off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Thanks to resub Baron, Durf, and Body.
Huge multi-layered stages will let players make the most of their AC's exceptional movement and attack capabilities.
Looks very cool.
Time to fly, 621.
Show me some of the combat. Iron Pineapple played 5 hours. Did he like it? I don't even know why I'm asking. You're not allowed to say you didn't like it, I don't think, for one of those kind of previews this early. You get blacklisted from the industry.
Overwhelm enemies with up to 4 weapons simultaneously.
This is already
Each arm and shoulder.
3 times the enemies shown in the last gameplay trailer.
They'll get in the way of our work. Eliminate them. Picking up signals from AC Rex. Follow the markers.
Assault Boost is one of the core abilities at your disposal, used for both traversal and combat.
Did you hear anything about what the Corps are up to?
Yeah, they'll be coming
120
soon.
FPS on PC
Got us on the
confirmed
run.
2. Nice.
We're being attacked!
Unidentified AC! Return fire!
Take full advantage of your AC's mobility to freely navigate the environment. Use Boost to take
It
the
still
fight to
seems
the end,
really empty.
extending combat dimensions beyond the 2D plane.
Is that an independent? Destroy it!
You're outnumbered, 621. Use your missiles.
Thanks to resub Alpha and AJ. Enemies seem kind of dumb. Well, they're probably playing on like easy difficulty here, and this is probably
Use
early,
vertical
I would
catapults
guess.
to gain even more altitude and launch into the action from above.
Maybe not though. Thank you, resub Cannoli, Sovereign, and AJ. Hope you're doing well, Cannoli. Would love to be in CS at some point, yeah.
Against tougher enemies,
Don't think there is
deal
difficulty
impact damage to
options.
their attitude control
I feel like with this game they probably would though. Unless Armored Core is also built on like a challenge like Dark Souls, but I don't think it is.
This is called stagger. Any attack received in this state is considered a direct hit, dealing heavy damage.
Armored Core is way harder than Dark Souls. That is a crazy claim. Again, it's been a long time since I played Armored Core though.
Various parts of your AC at will, including weapons, frame parts such as the head and core, and internal parts for power management. Assembling an AC to fit your own playstyle and strategy is crucial to success.
That last option was really fucking cool. Just make like a little fucking tank mantis shrimp.
Up for you, 621. This one's a request from the Arquebus Group.
Raven, this request comes from Schneider,
an Archivist subsidiary.
I don't need the story right now. Just show me more of the gameplay. I'll get the story when I play the game. I want to see what this looks like, though. Is it destructible environments, or is this just an extenuating circumstance for this area? It is destructible?
601. You need to take out one of its legs to bring it to a halt. Confirmed. Strider leg compromised. It's going down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I mean, it looks good. The only thing was the levels just seem really empty.
On the deck. Grab on and get to work on the sub-generators.
This looks like a cool boss, though.
Great. An independent merge.
Oh, here we go.
It's the wise guy who decided to let you taking care of some freelance. Who gives a shit? We'll handle this mission ourselves.
Thanks to reset
Some
poopy.
missions will see you partnered up with LIACs.
Well, us free red guns are gonna go climb the wall. This is just target practice. When we're done, locals on the base is next. Goodbye. Can't take yourself away from chatting with Dagon. Why don't you start a sewing club together and stitch that damn mouth of yours shut?
Nice. Okay. Well, this one definitely seems a lot more lively than the other levels they've shown, the other environments. The maps being empty might not be a problem when you get faster customization options. Yeah. But also if they're more like this, too.
Ghost 7-8, requesting backup. I can't get through to HQ.
The cavalry isn't coming.
I trust FromSoft. I'm sure it'll be good. Thanks, Risa Marty. And Novelarity. Damn, we got like a little cut here. You doing Star Wars tonight? No, I'm gonna learn this eventually though. This looks like a really fun speedrun now, so I definitely will try and learn it. I just need to find the resources. Just got out of Oppenheimer. It was tasty. Yeah, the movie's amazing. That is an absolutely fantastic movie. Audio was broken in my theater. If you're talking about the first 30 minutes, no. That's just the movie. That was one of the things I said in my moist meter. The first 30 minutes of the movie, Nolan fell back into that same meme-y shit where he has terrible audio mixing, so I couldn't understand half the shit that was happening between the characters. They like corrected it though around like the 45-minute mark though. You been watching the Nier anime? Is the Nier anime still going? What? Or is there like a new season? It's still going. Huh. No, I only watched like the first 2 episodes. I didn't really get into it. I love Nier, but I just did not really get into it. Did it get good? It's getting a second season. It was in development hell for a bit. The show's amazing other than the first episode, and the story changes are awesome. You may have missed it, but Andrew was saying that the Oppenheimer controversy, apparently like 80% of the special effects teams and people were left uncredited, and he's actually in deep shit over it. Really? Oh, wow. Oppenheimer omits a majority of its VFX crew from credits. Why? That's like the easiest part. You just say, hey, thanks, and then list the people that are on payroll. Only 26 names have been listed in the film's credits, but that number should have been around 125. What the fuck? That's such a douchey thing to do. Is this Nolan, though? Because I can't imagine Nolan's the one that does the credits to the movie. But someone definitely fucked up along the pipeline. Andrew said it's about 168. So it's even worse. Who pays attention to the names in the credits? Well, it's not even about that. It's about being credited for your work. What do you mean? Like, that's the bare minimum. Yeah, most people don't stay for the credits, but it's still nice to at least get the credit for your work. Thanks to Prime CJ. Oh yeah, I know Daniel Larson's story. Thanks to Resubread and the Prime Drizzle. And the Prime Connor. Was your name in the credits for Hunger Games? Holy fuck, I actually never checked. Wait. Was it? It should be, actually. Let's see. I actually never once checked. Let's see. I should be in like I should be credited as District 8 Hospital Helper. Because initially I did have lines, which means I should be, well, maybe I'm not here because I didn't make Final Cut. I'd be somewhere here, right? D8, that's District 8. Another patient. Female patient, that wouldn't be me. Male patient, could have been me. Old woman, probably not me. Well, we've got a bit of a controversy on our hands here. Not only am I not here, but the kid that actually did make the Final Cut I don't think is here. The kid who said, are you here to fight? Are you here to fight with us, Katniss? And then he does the thing. His name's not here, I don't think. Unless he's listed as something else. Keep looking. Well, no, this is where we'd be. Because this is District 8. Before we get blown up. What's the criteria for being listed here, then? I guess I can't be shocked that I'm not here, since none of my shit's in the final cut except for my arm. But, I mean, that kid had a couple lines. So what's the criteria? You're not going to be 10 names down from Stanley. Why? They are. Fucking District 8, another patient? I would be here too. I'd be District 8 hospital helper or something. But you appear on the IMDb. That's fucking worthless. I'm not in the goddamn end credits here. These are some Samurai, Takamizuchi, and Irish. He's a kid, so maybe his guardian refused. I guess maybe. There's probably more District 8 spots. Doesn't seem like it. I mean, Jesus, they have District 13 Systems Operator 2 here. Come on. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm listed as something more than just District 8 Hospital Helper. Maybe they're listing me as, like, District 8 Hero. So I'll be down here somewhere. After stunts, perhaps. What an outrage. That's so fucked up. Yeah, actually, I never checked. At least I don't remember. Thanks to resub, Happy Cheeks. According to the IMDb page, it's District 8 medic, but uncredited. Son of a bitch, those assholes. How could they? And they didn't even ask me to come back for the other Hunger Games movie that's coming out soon. The industry's so fucked up, man. Vampires, all of them. Links to the bit speeches. I wasn't an extra. I was an integral piece of the Mockingjay Part 1 narrative. True, Mac. Good point. Did you check to see if you were credited ahead of the director? Oh, true. Yeah, that must have been it. That's probably where it was. You should review your IMDb page on how accurate it is. I already did that like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or something. It's highly inaccurate. It lists me as 2 centimeters. Like, my height is listed as, like, actually 2 centimeters. It's a farce. It's an outrage. Thanks for resub, BK. They fixed the height. All right, you know what? Here, it's been a couple years. I'll check out the IMDb. This is still so fucked up. They did fix the height, but it lists me as 5'5" and 3/4. This is some wacky shit. Okay, let's see. What credits does it put me at? It has deep dive on here. A 2-episode things we did like 3 years ago. Writer. Oh, Godslap, nice. As a TV series, nice. Optimistic. Skynet has its own IMDb page? It's so hype. Can anyone just make an IMDb for anything? Is that how it works? Thanks to the resub Ripley, Chaotic, and the bits CJ. IMDb has to verify it, but sorta. Oh, okay. So you're telling me someone at IMDb watched Skynet and they're like, holy shit, yeah. Let's get the page up. Cool. Where's my acting credits? All right, upcoming. Neither of these ever happened to my knowledge. Officer Greg, though? What the fuck is the Garden of Wonder? Oh! Oh, wait. What? Wait, what is this? When did I co-star with Cr1tikal? What is this? I can't even find anything on this. This seems like it's all just made up. Someone must have just shown up to set and they're like, hey, I'm Charlie. And they're like, okay, cool. We got Moist Critical on set. Hive Mind. Why am I credited in Cr1tikal as just appearing in 2 videos? Nice. Yeah, they got everything in here. Anytime I ever appeared on like anything, even for a second. Some voice acting stuff from Lucius, yep. Helsing, yep. Star Control, yep. Anima, Team 6, yep. This is thorough. Butter Lover. Uncle Gareth, what a throwback. Holy. Hunger Games, District 8 medic, baby. Cool. Yeah, this is pretty thorough. It even has something that not even I knew I was in. Check your trivia. Is an acclaimed chess player taught by Grandmaster Daniel the Prophet Naroditsky. At the peak of his chess career and later became the winner of the 2020 Chess PogChamps tournament. Cool. Awesome trivia. His favorite actor is Brendan Fraser, and when White was 18 years old, he was involved in a car accident and got sued by one of the passengers. That's the kind of trivia that's fun for the whole family. Awesome. Thanks to the resub Jamber and the gift sub van. Expand on that, please. Hey, that's kind of the story in a nutshell. I was 18. I got in a little fender bender, and one of the ladies involved faked an injury and then sued me for it because I was very honest. I was like, this accident, I'll take responsibility. I wasn't paying enough attention, and I was just like making sure everyone was okay. I was like, I'm sorry, I should have been paying more attention. And the lady was like, she was like my age, maybe a little older, maybe like 20 or something. She's like, oh no, it's totally fine. Like, it was a really like slow collision crash. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. No biggie. Paramedics came just to check on everything. They're like, yeah, everyone's all good here. And then when my dad got to the scene, he was like, Charlie, please don't tell me that you said that you're sorry. And I was like, no, I did. I mean, it really was kind of my fault. I wasn't paying attention. And he was like, oh my God. He knew it was coming. And then that lady sued me. She had the dollar signs in her eyes the second I said I'm sorry. Who won the case? Well, she did. All in all, I think it was like $10,000 settlement. So she spent significantly more money just getting a lawyer to sue, going to a doctor to pretend that she was injured. She went to a very corrupt doctor who's well known in the area for doing ambulance chaser garbage. So she spent much more than she made. So, kind of an L for her too. It's not about the money. Yeah, it's about raising my insurance premiums. Yeah, fucking awesome. Even my insurance was like, yeah, there's not a whole lot we can do. We know she's not actually injured, but we're just going to do the minimum settlement. So I was like, whatever. Then they raised my insurance rates. Why can't you apologize? Yeah, so apparently you are never supposed to admit fault. Ever. Thanks, Resub Singo and Stabby. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, thank you then, Anal. Canada has a law that prevents saying I'm sorry from being admission of guilt. Nice. Thanks, Resub Adrian. I have not played the Only Up ripoff yet. What new God Slap issue come out yet? Nope, comes out on August 8th. I hit someone and apologized, but he checked his car. There was no damage, so he said don't worry about it and left. Yeah, since then, I've been in 2 little fender benders, neither of which was my fault. One of them I got rear-ended leaving the parking garage of my apartment. Dude just came up and blasted me, and he was like, oh, I'm so fucking sorry, man. Shit. He's like, we need to exchange insurance, and I just checked the back of my car, and I was like, brother, it's not that big of a deal, don't worry about it. Like, it's just not that big of an issue. It was barely even a dent. It was easy. This shit'll buff out. And then the other one was a lady rear-ended me leaving a parking lot. And then she got mad at me. Well, actually, better yet, what happened is I was about to leave the parking lot, and this lady was about to turn on to the road. And for some reason, she fucking cranks that bitch into reverse and just, like, shoves her whole ass in my face. So, like, I see it coming too, so I start reversing to get away from her. I'm like, oh my god, no. No. But she was a little faster than me, and then, yeah, little bumper tap. That was another one where it was just like, she got upset, and I was like, no, look, this is not a big deal. You did this, but I'm not mad, so just go about your day. You gonna watch Travis Scott's movie made with A24? First I've heard of that. Thanks to resub Polar and Bunkers. Resub Skeleton. It's a theatrical release on the 27th called Circus Maximus. I'll look at it later, maybe. Doesn't sound super interesting. Well, that's interesting, Arrow. Yeah, I don't think I'm in it. Plague Seeker issue 0 is already out. If you're talking about issue 1, it'll probably be out around December. When's the Remnant 2 video coming out on Moist Global? Well, probably like tomorrow or the next day or something. Yeah, we got quite a few plans for that channel. Moist Global official, baby. One quick text message. Thanks to the bits, Poppity. Yeah, I enjoyed Vaudeville. I heard it got an ending. I haven't watched it yet. Well, I don't really want to spoil it. I'll probably go back and play it and try and get the ending. The Garden of Wonder is a video in Italian with your name in the title and features an old man dressed up like you. And Cr1tikal in it? Will Plague Seeker have special editions? Yep. We always do little variants. So like issue 0, Plague Seeker has 2 variants. This one's the normal, and then these are the 2 variants. And then issue 1 comes out around December. No, I haven't watched the Lamino video yet. He's a tier 1 Dylan. Thoughts on how normalized gambling has become, with especially in the CSGO community? Yeah, we talked about that in depth like a week ago. Everything in the world is leaning towards gambling. Like, DraftKings is everywhere, and, fuck, what's the other huge one right now in all media? Christ, I can't remember the other one. But yeah, everything seems to be leaning in on gambling right now. And then CSGO is fucking huge for it. FanDuel, thank you, FanDuel. That was the other one. Thanks for your sub, Divine. Yeah, DraftKings and FanDuel's everywhere, and only looking to keep growing the presence. So I think that's just going to be like your main marketing advertisements. Twitch already has like crypto ads now too, for crypto mobile games, or crypto mobile slot games. And DraftKings. It's going to go everywhere. It's only going to keep going. That's the future of ads, unfortunately. Wow, that's intense arrow. Holy shit. I got a DraftKings ad just as you said that. How? I haven't played ads on Twitch in like 5 months. Are they playing like randomly during the stream for you? How is that possible? Yeah, they still play during the stream. Well, when you first click on the stream, those are the pre-rolls. Like during the stream, you guys are getting random ad breaks? I haven't played a single ad in like 5 months. Is that normal? I'll need to look into that. No, I don't even play them when I go to the bathroom anymore. It's been like actually about 5 months since the last ad I ran. Thanks to resub Shustin and Baltor and the 5 gift subs Pierre. I do love the Tony Hawk games. Thanks to resub Frederick and Anon. So that's a whole rabbit hole then, huh, Arrow? Thanks to resub Devontae and Winter. These are resub injections. Why don't you have a donation link? I used to have text to speech. I turned it off because people would spend way too much money just trying to make chat laugh and then end up spending far more than they should. So I turned that off. And then I eventually just turned donations off because I didn't want people to donate money. Like people living paycheck to paycheck donating money doesn't make sense. So I turned that off. And eventually I'd like to have subs off at some point. I'd rather the content just be freely accessible without normal people having to pay money. Well, you don't have to sub or anything, that's not what I mean, but like without even being a consideration, because I know some people do it out of like guilt, like free entertainment I should be paying or whatever. But I think that's a little silly. Thanks to the bit slick and the resub raining. I'd go on hot ones, sure. I don't think I'd ever get invited, but I'd be up for it. Just do what Asmund does and do it on the second channel. Well, eventually I'd like to, yeah, but right now all of this money goes to Moist Esports. It's not self-sustaining, so right now all of it still is getting put to use. I just like at some point, like maybe sponsors through like streams or whatever will eventually cover the cost of Moist Esports. Play Kinshi? I don't think I'd like Kinshi. I've seen it. It just doesn't seem like my kind of game. Thanks, Resub Apple. What's Kinshi? Hard to explain. It's a pretty deep game though. Thanks, Resub was. Thanks, the Prime J. Sea of Thieves eventually. I really want to play Sea of Thieves. So probably once we're done with Remnant 2, we'll probably maybe start a Sea of Thieves adventure at some point. I think it looks really, really fun. Is it true you'll be playing XQC in a Rocket League match? Yeah, that's the plan. I was grinding a little bit today. I don't really play Rocket League. I mainly just watch. I'm just not good at the game, so I just love watching it. So I don't think I'll win, but I was grinding a bit today, so I got to Plat in 1s, which I've never played. Even when I was more active in Rocket League, I never touched 1s. I've always been 3s. So I grinded some 1s, I got to Plat. And then I did a little 2s as well, which I've also never played. Like I said, I mainly did 3s, but I got to Diamond in 2s. People in Diamond are trash. It's like actually crazy how bad people in 2s are versus 3s. Like Plat Diamond in 3s is very different than Plat Diamond 2s. I'm usually the other way around, and better players are in 2s. Really? Maybe I just got very lucky, because everyone I played in 2s today was very not good. It was like they were not good. They shouldn't be in Diamond. But 1s I'm very, very bad at. I've never played 1s, so my decision making is awful. So we'll see. I think X will probably beat me, but it should still be fun. I really like Rocket League as a game, especially as an esport. So I think this is good for it regardless. So I'll get my cheeks clapped by X on the big screen. It's not a big deal. Thanks for the bits, Photor. Is it for money? I have no clue. If there's a prize for it, I don't know it. When is it? Tomorrow? Tomorrow at like 6 or